What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a solid Thursday and hope having a great week. I want to dive into a quick trade of mine from today, WDLF. And here's the daily chart, 1 year. And what got me so pumped about this is I'll dive in for a second here. But it's a solid first green day, up like 38% on the day. And I did have some news this morning, and I took my position in here at 17 and is risking this low 16 here. And I do like that it was holding trend all day very well. And until the close here, it did have this little, kind of washout on below this little trend line here, but bigger picture, I still think this is, it consolidated nicely. It never got even close to my risk here at 16. And now I just kind of see it in a channel between 17.5-ish and 16. So I do like that it consolidated nicely. I think this little sell-off was just some people just getting out before the close because it didn't have that perk towards high of day like they probably expected and like kind of how I wanted, but just didn't get it. But it never touched my risk. There's no real reason for me to want to just panic sell into the close. I am still pretty confident that this will gap up, and I will explain why. I apologize for that. 1 second, please. I'm sorry. Okay, apologize for that. But I want to let's go back into the daily, and I'll explain why I'm so confident in this gapping up. So in the past year, if you look at every single first solid green day, it gaps up. So here, gap, and it did wash out. But as long as I can get the gap to sell into, I'll be happy. This day got a little gap. These 3 days got gaps. This day here got a gap. This solid green day here got a gap. Even this day here got a gap. And if I think, this day here even got a little gap and a little push, and then it washed out. But if you're looking at all these first green days, they usually get nice gaps, and sometimes it'll have a little morning push and wash out. But it looks like for the majority of the time, it'll kind of just gap up and then wash out. So I'm looking for some kind of gap tomorrow to sell into, and if not, I'm really just going to stick to my cut at 16, and that's basically going to be it. If I get a gap, I'm hoping for a gap towards high of day to sell into, and if I don't get it, I'm just going to kind of see how it opens in the morning. If I get the gap, I'm going to sell into it. I might be a little patient and see if it can have a push, but I'll probably just be selling into that gap. And then if it opens at the same price it closed at, which was 16.7, I'm just going to be keeping a really close eye on it and seeing how it reacts to 16, and going to kind of make my decision then if I want to just kind of sell it or give it a chance to push back towards this high of day here. And if it does gap down, I'm just going to be cutting it and just moving on to the next one. So that's kind of my game plan, and just kind of how I traded it today. I did on accident, I was trying to add into this dip here, and I accidentally sold some shares, so I did lose a day trade on that, which kind of sucks because I was just trying to add, and fat finger mistake, I accidentally sold, and so it wasted a day trade, and it sucks because now I won't have an opportunity to trade tomorrow. So it is what it is. I'm not too upset about it. I will have another trade back Friday, so at least I'll have a trade available on Friday. But very curious to see what this will do and how it's going to open tomorrow. But either way, I'm just going to stick to my plan, and it will be what it'll be, and I'm just going to have to move on to the next one, just like any other trade. But I do expect a gap. And if we don't get it, I'm probably probably going to sell, and just play it safe. But we'll see how it closes. How it opens. If you do look at the 1 day 15-minute, it had this nice run up, and I'm sure a lot of people were just selling, who were buying into this run up here midday, and it never had that push past high of day. It just never had the volume, but it did hold up, failed to break down, and I see it in this channel now between 16 and 17.5 ish. So we'll see what it can do in the morning. But like I said, expecting a gap up. It is holding trend. It did hold up somewhat near high of day. So very excited to see what this can do in the morning. Other than that, that was my only trade today. What was it? ABML? Was this the one? No, I never looked at this. Let's see. No, I wasn't watching this. There was one other one I was watching, but I can't see it here, so I'm just going to forget about it. I'll probably add it to tomorrow's video lesson, because I'll definitely be making another video lesson tomorrow and just kind of going over how this play worked out. So that's basically it for me. Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, so that's basically it for me. That was kind of like my plan on why I bought it. I like that it had this run up, and this was the low that it put in, and that's the low I kind of want to risk off of. So sticking to my cut. And one thing I will say that I haven't been doing exactly the way I would like was sizing down a little bit. I did have a little bit of a bigger position size than I originally wanted, but it's just something I need to work on. It's hard for me to take a small size and then just have like that $20, $30 win, especially when commissions kind of eat it up a little bit. So it's something I'm working on, is sizing down. But I am feeling pretty confident and tracking all my plays. So we'll see how this one works out for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this kind of made sense to you. And we'll see what it can do tomorrow. So have a good one, everybody. Peace.